Hi guys, how's it going? Today I created this really fun, really different, you could say that, look. It's going to be part of a new series on this channel. The series will be makeup inspired by my world, my life, which is my son. He is a daredevil, he's into everything, and he definitely keeps me on my toes. So I created this look based on his little dirt bike helmet that he has and his quad. It came out really cute. It's something that he uses all the time. It's definitely around and in my face often while I'm getting ready. And I love how it came out. So if you like the idea of this new series, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'm really excited for this new series. If you're as excited as me, let me know. If you think it's whack, let me know. Just let me know. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles! First, you're gonna go in with your moisturizer. I use hemp oil. Next is primer. I'm gonna go in with the Milani Primer Corrector and Pore Minimizer. Next is my foundation. I use the Fenty Beauty. It is a medium but buildable coverage. I went in with about 4 pumps on my Jeffree Star by Morphe foundation brush. Next, I go in with my Maybelline concealer. It's the Age Rewind. I love using this one. It's really thick. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use the Morphe Beauty Sponge and buff it out. I love this sponge. It has a very sharp edge. You can get really close to your eyes and buff out. Next, I go in with the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro palette. It's great for setting under the eye, contouring, and really all over face powder. Then I'm just gonna set the rest of my face with that same Studio palette and finish it off with some Morphe setting spray to really lock it in and set my face in place. So off camera, I went and filled in my brows. So now I'm just gonna carve them out with that same concealer and a brush to give them a little bit more of a defined shape. Then I went in with some Morphe eyeshadow primer. This primer is super tacky and it really holds your eyeshadows in place and gives them way more pop. Next, I went in with the Morphe 35OM. I'm going to go in with this pretty orange color and I'm going to place it on my crease and buff it out to use as a nice transition shade. Then I'm going to go back in and use this brighter orange and this reddish orange and place it just underneath that orange color that I already have on and blend them together to deepen that crease just a little bit. Next, I go in with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blood Sugar palette. I dip into the shade Prick and I blend that on the outer corner of my eye and the inner corner of my eye, working my way up to really give this look some layers of color. Next, I use this dark red color from the 35OM and the shade Cherry Soda from the Blood Sugar palette. I place them directly in the center of my lid and blend them up. Then I go back in with that shade Prick and I blend the reds all together in my crease. Next, I use the 35OM and I use a combination of those orange colors on the bottom to really blend the reds and the oranges together to give it a seamless look. Now I'm going to go in with the BH Cosmetics Back to Brazil palette and I just dip into the yellow and I bring it on the outside of the orange to really blend that out and make it seamless. Now it's time to clean up the edges, so I dip back into my favorite concealer and I use a precise detailing brush. Just going to go ahead and clean up the edges, and then I go in back with my same Morphe sponge and I dab out that concealer to give me a very precise clean line. Going back in with my Back to Brazil palette, I used a dark green and a light green, focusing the dark green on the outer corner and the light green on the inner corner of my eye. I go back and forth between a packing brush and a detailed fluffy blending brush to blend the colors together seamlessly. Next, I go in with my Jeffree Star Cosmetics mini liquid lipstick in the shade Equality and use as eyeliner in my waterline. Then I go in with the shade Queen Bee, and I'm gonna blend that out with a detailing brush on the inner corner on the top of my eyelid. I go back and forth between a fluffy blending brush and a packer brush. Using my same Studio Pro palette, I go in with a combination of the darker colors to contour and blend out on my cheeks. I'm using the Jeffree Star by Morphe contour brush to get in there and detail contour my nose, under the lip. And then I love to use this technique where I use the same palette with a little bit of the light powders, and I go back in and just lighten up and blend out all the contour with a fluffy blending brush. Finish up my contour and buff it out using the same powder technique as before. Then I go in with an e.l.f. blush palette and just give a pop of color on my cheeks. Next is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Platinum Ice Highlight Palette. I use my Morphe setting spray, wet the brush, and dip into the shade Alien Ice and highlight my cheeks, nose, and any highlight points on my face. Finish it off with some Morphe setting spray and go back in with a sponge and really press in anywhere that could crease up on you. At the very end, I decide to go in with the shade Canary Bling from my Platinum Ice palette, and I pop that on the inner corner where I had the yellow liquid lipstick on my eyelid before. It really just brings another level of dimension to this eye look, and I love it. For lips, I went in with the shade Family Jewels from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. These are my favorite liquid lipstick formulas. Then I pop the shade Daddy on a brush and I blend it out from the center, working my way out to give an ombre effect. And finally, I pop the shade Butt Naked in the very center of my lips to give an extra pouty look. And this is my final look. I'm so happy with how it came out. It's so beautiful, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye!